Good morning, happy Wednesday. My Wednesday breakfast is overnight muesli. So I have 45 grams of Dorset Simply Delicious muesli from my Healthy Extra B, stirred into a salted caramel yoghurt with strawberries and cinnamon, and that was left in the fridge overnight, and fruity strawberry mango from Aldi. That is my breakfast. So for my Wednesday lunch, I've got the other half of my Moroccan chicken. So that's the Moroccan chicken from Tesco, which is in one of those little foil trays, and it's 1.5 cents for that portion, and there's also half a pack of stir fry veg. I'm going to warm this up in the microwave for about 1.5 minutes, and then I've got apple and strawberry and my diet lemonade. My Wednesday evening meal is our sliced gammon, which is the gammon joint from Tesco, and I've got some potato and carrot chips, some mixed veg, carrots, broccoli, cauliflower and peas. I've got one baby bell melted over the chips and meat. I've got half a tin of lighter than light mayonnaise. I'll probably have the other baby bell later. Then I'm having a gingerbread latte coffee shop yoghurt with my orange juice. Good evening, I'm here in the kitchen again in my pyjamas. I've just been in the shower, so just comfy cosy, so you have to take me as you find me. So I'm going to make something for taster. I'm going to make these choco toffee squares from the website. I will put the link in the description box, and if I haven't, when the video is uploaded, please can the first person to notice put a comment on, and then it'll remind me to put a link in the description box. They are quite high sin, they're 4.5 cents per piece, which I think is probably a bit high for taster, but I just thought it looked really nice and dead easy. I wanted to make something out of the new book, but we're not allowed yet. So choco toffee squares. So I'll just go through the ingredients as we come across them, and let's see how this goes. First thing we need is 2 eggs. And it says to lightly beat them. Well, I'm just going to use my hand blender. So I'll just do that and then come back. Then I've got self-raising flour, and we need 350 grams of self-raising flour. Seems a lot of flour that actually, but we'll see how we go. Oh, that is a lot. £350 grams of self-raising flour. And then we need, I'm going to just sieve that in. Just bear with me a second, I'll see if I can find a bigger sieve. Then we need 175 grams of caster sugar. The recipe actually says golden caster sugar, but this is all I've got in caster baking sugar. I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. Golden caster sugar would just give it more of a colour, but I'm sure nobody will object to cake being slightly paler than it might be. So 175 grams of caster sugar. There we go. So that's the caster sugar. Then it wants 110 grams of low-fat margarine. So what I've got is Flora Light. just reset the scales. So 110 grams of low fat margarine. Oh, there we go, that's the margarine, 110 grams of margarine. And then you want 200 grams of Muller Lite toffee yoghurt, or any toffee yoghurt, anyone that's free. So that would be, it's just over 2, I think. So measure it in here. Yeah, you need 2 Muller Lites, 2 toffee yoghurts, and you want 200 grams. Well, that's 220, but never mind, some's going to get lost in the bowl. And then it says to mix it in a food processor, but I haven't got one. I've just got a hand blender. So I'm just going to beat this a little while and see how it comes up. So it is quite hard going at first, but it does come together when you keep going. And if you scrape around the sides with a spatula, then it will come together. I'm just going to give it a real good mix. And then we'll see what the next ingredient is. So the next ingredient we need is vanilla essence or extract. So I'm just going to put a capful in, that'll be plenty. And then the most exciting ingredient is 110 grams of white chocolate chips. Oh, sorry, any chocolate chips, but I'm using white chocolate ones because that's just what I've got in. So, these are just from Tesco, 110 grams. So that's 76 there, so let's open this one. How are you doing, guys? What are you all making for tasters or already made? I've seen a few people cooking up some things to take to taster. So that's 110 grams of chocolate chips, and you just put those in there. Oh, look at that. These are only going to be small pieces because this mixture makes 32. So you've got to get 32 pieces out of it for it to be 4.5 sins. So it says fold that in, so that's what I'm doing just with the spatula. Fold the essence and the chocolate chips in. And there we go, that's what my mixture looks like. Quite smooth, quite cake mixture-y like. So this is the size of tray I'm going for, because I think the bigger it is, the more I'm likely to be able to get the 32 pieces out of it. So I shall get this in its tray and I'll tell you about how it needs to be baked, etc. There's the mixture in the tin. It was quite a stretch to fit it in that tin, so probably a smaller tin and you might get slightly deeper slices. I think mine are sort of going to be more brownie size, but we'll see. And you want to cook that at 180 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes. So, wish me luck guys, let's see how this turns out, and of course I will come back and show you. That's a microwave oven by the way, so I'm just using it as an oven. Good luck. Here's the finished tray bake. It's been in 30 minutes and Andrew with his expert baker's knowledge has assured me it is done. It's quite squidgy, but the skewer comes up clear and it has got a bit of colour on it. So I'll leave that to cool and then separate it and show you the finished product. I think I'm going to try some of this for my supper tonight. So here's the finished article. So we've got 32 pieces out of it. Andrew's tried a couple of pieces and I've had a couple for my supper. We did cut it up and do it for a bit longer, so it's been in about 40 minutes because it took a while to cook the insides, but that is how it looks. Don't forget I've used white chocolate chips instead of milk, so it doesn't quite look like the photo, but yeah, 4.5 cents per piece. I'll tell you what it tastes like. It tastes a bit like the Fibre One bars, so I don't think I've done too bad a job, and let's just hope people are willing to spend the sins to try it.
Be nice with some custard on.
Yeah, well that's what it says on the website. It says on the website, use low-fat custard for half a sin. Hang on, let me get me... Anyway, check the app for the sins. But it does say on the recipe to put it with low-fat custard, and it tells you the sins. So I will link that recipe in the comments and let me know if you try it. So it's toffee choco bake. For my Wednesday evening snacks, I'm having 2 pieces of the toffee bake thing. So that's 4.5 cents each. So there's 10 cents there. And I'm having a Baby Bell as the other part of my Healthy Extra A. Then I've got a caramel coffee with almond milk for half a cent. So I end the day on 12.5 cents. Thanks for watching. That's another day on plan.